don't care if I want them to at least talk the talk.
So you want them to bullshit you?
But if they bullshit me, then at least they don't know that they're lying to me.
So you're more concerned with them talking to you and worried about your feelings than you are for them to give you a good product?
No, because if they give me a poor product, I'm not going to fucking watch it. That's why I didn't watch the fucking Soy of Skywalker.
So then why, if you're so concerned with Dave Filoni, why haven't you watched the Clone Wars to form a full opinion of the man?
Mommy and Daddy are
Because
fighting.
Mommy
and Daddy are fighting. They've been going on for 5 minutes.
Star Wars has been fucking ruined for me by a bunch of fucking bitches.
What the hell happened to my
That's
voice?
why.
They've been going on for like 5 minutes, folks.
Yeah, my entire point is Dave Filoni for over a decade has given us good Star Wars. And because he said some words that hurts your feelings, suddenly you're mad, yet you've never taken the time to watch anything he's ever produced, yet you're...
Apart from the fact that we've established to watch The Mandalorian, but apart from that, Jeremy, you're just talking fucking nonsense now.
Okay,
right,
so again...
So you're just turning this to my feelings when I'm talking to you about basic common courtesy to your customers, not trying to put other parts of your customer base down to raise up others because you want to pander to them. But as long as Jeremy's all right, that's fine. Great.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I
No,
just
yes,
told
you
you
did.
that
said,
the Clone
as long
Wars-
as he gives me good product, I don't care. They're your own fucking words.
That's what a customer wants, is a good product, right? Isn't that what
and
we
Star
asked
Wars
for?
to me hasn't been giving me good product, hence why I haven't been watching product.
You haven't
So why
seen the
should
Clone
I give
Wars.
fucking Filoni baloney
But
a
you
fucking
haven't seen the
try
Clone
when
Wars.
Star Wars has it? Yeah, because that means I have to give them good. I have to give them the benefit. They haven't given me the benefit to fucking trust them. So why the fuck should I?
Have you
Because
seen?
they talk fucking bullshit like this.
Wait a
instead
minute.
of having fucking respect for the customers.
But you watched The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I watched The Mandalorian because I wanted to fucking see Pedro Pascal.
Okay, so why?
To see if the
you
show
are
was
so-
actually decent.
You're so passionate about Dave Filoni's opinions when he's talking at some bullshit.
And I was
woman's
more
conference.
interested in the Mandalorian because of
So
not Dave
why-
Filoni, because
So
of
why are you not concerned the fact that the man just gave us season
Other
7
one,
of Clone
thingamabugger.
Wars, which was fantastic? All I care from Hollywood is
I missed that bit. What'd you say?
all I care about from Hollywood is give me good product. If your personal politics start bleeding into the product,
Where's
then
my
I'm going to have a
politics?
problem.
Where's my politics?
What are you talking about?
Treating customer with respect is politics now?
Treating customer respect is give them a good product, which is exactly what Dave Filoni's done for over a decade.
Right. So when a comic book writer like Dan Slott, who apparently is meant to be a good comic book writer, turns around on Twitter and tells people to fuck off, that's fine because Dan Slott's written a good comic for you.
I mean, I tell people to fuck off every day on Twitter.
Well,
Are we talking about
that's not the same, Jeremy.
Well,
That's
what
not
is
the
it
same.
then? What is
Because
it?
you're not writing a book, you're not writing you're not making a film, you're not putting out a TV series, you're not writing a comic.
Okay, so
You've got a YouTube channel that people can come and not come to. But it's the same principle.
Right.
Would you buy a fucking comic from Dan Slott when he's turning around and fucking telling you all kinds of fucking
It all
shit on
comes down
Twitter?
to how you present yourself as a person. People get offended because, like, the left wing out there is trying to go, hey, Donald Trump slept with a porn star. You can't vote for him. Motherfucker, we've known Donald Trump sleeps with a porn
I'm not
star.
trying to cancel Filoni. I'm
No,
just telling
the
you
point
I'm just
is,
saying I can't be asked with
the
him.
point is, if you say that Barack Obama slept with a porn star, it destroys his fake
I
image
didn't
that
hear
he has created about himself. So the
Didn't
point
hear
is,
that.
if you present yourself as a little bitch and then you tell people to fuck off, like you on Twitter, if you're like, oh yeah, like I'm a politically correct person, and then suddenly you do a 180 and tell people to fuck off. My entire brand is to tell people to fuck off, so I can do it all day long. It's all based on how you present yourself overall. Bottom line is, Dave Filoni has given us good content over the last decade.
But no, you can't talk for us. You can talk for you.
I can talk about the fact that, like I told you, the Clone Wars broke Stranger Things streaming records. So clearly people
but we don't know the proportional aspect of that versus the movies.
Yeah, we don't have the numbers on either of those, so it's hard for us to really use that as a metric.
yeah, and he did Rebels, which
And that's not trying to piss on you, Jeremy. I'm just wanting something tangible. I mean, if you turn around and said, hey, it's 58 fucking million people that saw it, okay, a lot of people fucking saw it.
But at the end of the day, we can never prove
But
this.
if breaking all records is 2 million people, then it's a different sort of kettle of fish versus the wider audience that would see the cinematic films. My problem has been the cinematic films, right? So I'm coming from this position that I've been burnt by poor product and poor treatment. So when more stuff comes out about a certain person, because I ain't got a fucking boner for Filoni one way or another. But when it comes out, I'd say the exact same thing about Kathleen Kennedy, JJ, whoever. So when it comes out that fucking another one has stepped up and started to fucking call the male side of the Star Wars fandom this, that, and the other, who's then put Luke Skywalker down again, one of the most beloved, if not the most beloved character in fucking Star Wars, simply so they can just push their Yas Queen fucking agenda to a room full of fucking Karens. Yeah, go fuck off. Go fuck off.
The point is, if you're so worried about Dave Filoni and his opinions and what he thinks, then you would have already watched the Clone Wars. So clearly you're not. Yet you want to be upset over a comment made 4 years ago. That is SJW.
What I'm saying.
That is SJW.
I said, no, it's not. Fuck off. Don't talk nonsense. That's pathetic. I said that when I hear something from another person in power in the Star Wars fucking creational fan base, or whatever you want to call it, that is fucking putting down customers, belittling their customers, then he can go fuck himself. Just like Catherine could go fuck herself, just like JJ can go fuck himself. He's just another one to add to the list. As regards to him as a person, whatever.
He provided something that fans loved. That is customer service. What he says at some bullshit woman's conference, I don't care. And I see this all day on Twitter where people find clips of somebody.
Why should I care?
Someone said something 5 years ago that's really mean. Who gives a fuck? Did Dave Filoni give a product that Star Wars fans loved? Yes.
I know.
Okay. Is he a soy boy behind the scenes? Almost certainly. Does he take it in the ass with his wife for the strap on? Almost certainly. But he gave me badass Clone Wars, and that is all I care about. When his personal politics start bleeding into the product he is providing, that will be the day that he gets called out. But until then, this is SJW tactics to get upset.
Not SJW tactics. They're fucking Jeremy, don't you fucking
no, I wouldn't go so far.
Don't you fucking go there.
I wouldn't go that far.
Then tell me
why fucking horseshit.
Hey.
I'm talking about decent common fucking respect, mate.
No,
don't
you're
fucking call me an SJW.
No. Then don't act like one.
That's a fucking arsehole tactic.
Don't
fucking
act
back
like
off from that.
Don't act like one.
All right. Hey.
Guys, did I hear the rumor
you're fucking using that tactic?
Beyonce's going to be in Black Panther.
That somebody actually wants to be threatening the fandom with a bit
I'm
of fucking
asking
respect.
you, show me why Dave Filoni has ever been on your radar, ever. Show me one time where he's ever been on your radar. I just
fucking told you 3 fucking times. Are you deaf?
When have you ever talked about him on Twitter before?
He came on the radar when another member of the fucking elite within the decision-making process at Star Wars stuff comes out about shit that he said. That's when it comes to my fucking radar.
I've never heard. See, I'll have arguments all day with Ryan Kinnell about Dave Filoni. You know why? Because Ryan Kinnell, he hates Dave Filoni.
You know how fucking sick and tired we are in fandom again spoken about like fucking arseholes all the fucking time when we put so much money, time, and effort into this fucking shit. And then you turn around and fucking SJW tactic. I don't fucking SJW. I back it up fucking money, time, effort, investment in the fucking product.
You have what time and effort have you put into the Clone Wars to tell me how shitty Dave Filoni is?
What? Clone Wars? Tell me about fucking Star Wars, mate.
What about that? I'm talking about the thing that Dave Filoni is directly involved in that you're upset over.
I have told you, I haven't watched the Clone Wars. So why do you keep saying, tell me about the fucking Clone Wars?
You're crying about Dave Filoni and saying customer service.
Hang on, I'm going to mute you both. Okay. Hang on. So, in context here, we are talking about Dave Filoni's comments to a women's conference in 2016. Am I correct there? Yes.
No, I think I made a video on this, so I think it was in 2016. I can't be for sure.
So he was clearly pandering to the female audience and trying to pump up Rey as a character, and said basically, Luke, open the door for Leia. Yes. And I think that's what we're talking about in particular. And I think what's going on here, as a matter of fact, I know what's going on here, is he is part of the brain trust and the thought process of Star Wars. We see it going in a clear direction, no matter what they did with The Rise of Skywalker, no matter what they did with The Mandalorian Season 1. Clone Wars is over, so it doesn't really matter. I've seen what he did with Rebels. I've watched Rebels, and it really came up to the edge of identity politics, and some will argue that it passed the line. I don't know. I didn't like Rebels very much. I like the stuff with Ahsoka.
Rebels wasn't that great.
Yeah. But You know, I wouldn't call Az an SJW. I would call him a fan who's been burned.
Say he was. I didn't say he
burned
was.
by
SJW tactics.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
It's not.
He's not trying to cancel him or anything. It's like Filoni's going to work, and that's what we're going to do.
What does Az want to see happen here with Dave Filoni with these comments?
You want to trigger Jeremy some more, Odin?
I said you treat me. You want to talk to me like that? Fuck you. So you don't get the benefit of the doubt.
He was talking to a women's group. You're not a woman.
Hey, Jeremy.
No,
what?
Jeremy.
You want to talk about this rumor right here on the screen right now? Yeah, a little bit.
Fuck that. No.
You want to talk about Beyonce? She's queen.
No, I don't want. I want to keep
she's
arguing.
Queen, Jeremy.
Will let me.
Jeremy, she's queen.
I want to keep arguing if Gary will let me. Now my video is uploaded. I can go.
So you'd be fine. You'd be fine if he was talking to a bunch of guys belittling the female members of the Star Wars fan base. Putting them down.
Let me say this.
That's what you're saying.
Let me tell you this one more time, so we're clear, okay? If they give me good product, I don't give a fuck what they think. I'm not the thought police. I am the person that says I'm a Star Wars fan and I look for good Star Wars content. And Dave Filoni has given me good Star Wars content. So as long as he gives me good Star Wars content, I don't give a fuck what he says to a bullshit woman's group. Give me good.
I do because when a comic book writer takes to Twitter, as we discussed,
there's nothing new.
A good comic book writer and tells their fucking fans to fuck off, then I've got every right to tell them to fuck off just because they produce
fuck off.
Yeah, Mark Waid has produced some of the greatest comics around. I can't read them anymore. I don't touch them anymore, and I wouldn't sell them in a store.
Fuck off is a bit too elevated. When he's putting down the male side of the fan base, when he's taking shots at the male side of the fan base.
Oh, really? Is that how you're
to elevate the female side of the fan base in front of those women?
So again, let's go to DisneyStarWars.com because Itchy, who probably agrees with a lot of what you're saying, let's look at exactly what Dave Filoni said. That is
let's listen to what he said. Let's listen to what he said.
We can do that too, but this is on Disney Star Wars is Dumb right here. I'm doing a screen share. So this is where Itchy had a problem. Dave Filoni speaks at the National Center for Women and Information Technology. Well, first of all, even going there is bullshit. My favorite part is when Filoni fabricates an argument with a fan so he can argue with points that fans have never made in an effort to prove a political point that doesn't exist. It's a very common SJW habit, and it's always hilarious. I agree with everything Itchy said right there. That is a common SJW habit to invent a scenario that didn't happen. Just draw man your argument. Okay, I agree. Then he goes on to say about Ahsoka and the SJW Swarm. When we found this amazing thing, it will shock none of you. That this is the part. When you create a strong, independent, intelligent character that shows no fear, that can do amazing things, boys and girls like her. This is what we're trying to do with Star Wars Saga. What is wrong with that comment?
No, you're taking a single piece. Get the Doomcock video. Listen to exactly what he said.
The video's right here. We can listen to the video of Gary.
Right, listen to it then.
Gary, can we?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I didn't share audio. Fuck me in the ass. Damn it. Hang on. God damn, I got too many screens open. Hang on just a minute.
Hey, Jeremy, do you like Bush?
Odin, shut the fuck up.
What?
I got too many screens right now.
You're trying to calm everyone down a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, we don't need to calm this down. This is what men do. This is what men do. They work this shit out. They woodshed this crap, man. You let them go.
Right now, this is like fucking wrestling. Fuck them. All right, let's go.
No, you still got it on mute.
Is it still not working?
No, it's fine. I need to share it, actually.
Oh, my bad. Let me rewind it then. Sorry.
Didn't even ever have in canon the idea that he had an apprentice, let alone that it would be a girl. I didn't care. I thought that's a great idea because I didn't want to just make Luke Skywalker again. I wanted a character that had different challenges and could have a different story than Luke. But, and for George, it wasn't. I mean, obviously, it was his idea. For fans, this was a very different idea. The general public as a whole are going to look at that and say, why? And we just created this character. And there was this funny assumption by a lot of people, because the older fans are complaining, why is this? You're making it for kids. That's the funniest thing anybody ever says to me. You're making Star Wars for kids. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
That's typically the SJW argument.
How old were you?
Space Wizards.
Laser swords. He's just talking general nonsense.
I was 7 years old, and my dad took me, and I'm like, uh-huh. and you want to rob this experience from kids today. Why? And make it all dark and sinister and evil. Okay. Anyway, back to Ahsoka. There's this assumption that young girls were going to like the character of Ahsoka. We relate that, right? Apples do apples. Of course, we make a young girl character, so all the young girls will like Ahsoka. It's
No, that's not actually correct, Dave. But whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just talking to Dave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
this absurd notion. So what we found was this amazing thing. It will shock none of you. That when you create a strong, independent, intelligent character that shows no fear, that can do amazing things, boys and girls like her. This is what we've tried to do. Saga now. We've tried to create more female characters who can represent so many things, because what we're trying to do isn't just create.
Wait, just pause it for a second, Gary.
Yeah.
He's talking about Ahsoka here, and as far as I'm aware, the first 5 or 6 seasons of Rebels, is it? That was Clone Wars, many years ago. So he's talking about something that was happening way before the fucking SJW gender aspect anyway. Correct. Characters were actually created about characters, not about fucking genders.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're trying to create a diverse range of characters, especially female characters that are strong, that are independent. When you look at Rey, on The Force Awakens, she's a female lead in a whole new chapter of the Star Wars saga. We haven't done a movie for 10 years, and here comes a Star Wars film, and here comes Rey. And what is it? Is it Panic in the Streets? Oh my gosh, a female lead in a Star Wars movie. And then the trailer for Rogue One comes out, and it's another female lead. Oh my gosh, how unfair.
It's a shame that was shit, Dave.
2 million straight film cinematic roles where men have been leads, and now we've done 2 in a row that are women. Well, too bad. Oh well.
Yeah, and I think all this is bullshit.
Coming. I don't know.
This is all bullshit.
It is, but it doesn't change the fact that he gave us good product.
When working with writers, it's like, well, we just made one of those. Made one of what? We just made a female lead. We can make another one. Really? Yes, we can. There's more than one in the world.
He's just creating straw arguments. He's being a complete
I don't
prick.
I don't dispute that it's bullshit. That's not my point. My point is he's still, since this moment, he is.
And my point is, you could be happy with your product, and I could be happy to tell him to fuck off.
But you haven't seen it to tell it to fuck off.
No, I've seen fucking Dave Filoni's attitude. That's what I've seen.
So it's all
and that's
about,
all I fucking need. Just the same with Dan Slott. I don't have to read a Dan Slott comic to see Dan Slott tell people to fuck off on Twitter and go, do you know what? I don't want to buy that guy's comic. Gary's been talking for fucking ages. Sorry to drag you into this, Gary. I'm not asking you to take any sides. But Gary's been talking for ages about the silent fucking customer. The person that sees the behavior of others and goes, okay, I don't need to have anything to do with this. And that's what my philosophy is with Filoni. This is what Filoni wants to be like. If he wants to be a little soy-based fucking cuck-ass here, and this is the way that he actually truly thinks about the Star Wars fandom, then fine. I'll take my money elsewhere and I'll give it to someone else.
But the point is you haven't even cared about Filoni up to this point, or you would have watched the stuff he's created. So now
and watched The Mandalorian.
Not because of Filoni.
Yeah, you can't argue that though, because again,
I don't have to watch something because of the guy. I watch something because of the product.
If you care so much about
Dave Filoni, I've got to get my fucking Dave Filoni fix.
There's a point where there's
appealing to me.
There's a point when the sentiment,
Clone Wars didn't appeal to me.
So, okay, how many times have we heard that somebody go, I'm not doing business as a restaurant because they're a Trump supporter? Who fucking cares what somebody thinks privately? What are they providing? What are they providing for you? If you want to think Dave Filoni's a bitch, you're probably right.
No. He's providing a product, right?
And he's a phenomenal product.
He's a salesman. Yes. He's a salesman. I'm a customer. Yes. That's the basic relationship that we boil this down to. If this guy has got a stall full of beautiful fucking hot dogs, they all look gorgeous. Oh, they look tasty. I'm a fat fuck. I want to get my hands on one of his hot dogs. And then he stood there going, hey, so these fucking fatzos come buy my hot dogs. I'll be like, no, do you know something? Fuck him. I don't want to buy one of his hot dogs.
So this is him.
That's my decision to make as a customer.
This is different, Jeremy. This is different than being like a Trump supporter. This is straw manning a part of your audience.
This is a customer thing.
This is the majority of your audience, by the way.
Are we looking for people in Hollywood to be friendly to us, to pretend that they care about us, or are we looking for them to give us good product?
I'm asking them to have respect for the customers.
in my opinion,
This is
and
what a lot
They
of
don't
our
have to
debates
agree.
and arguments are
Again,
about when we
when
talk about
I-
pop
when I
culture.
watch-
Is the
when I
lack
watch it-
of respect coming from these people to the
when
people
I
that give
watch
them
a
fucking
TV
money.
show, when I watch a TV show or a movie, I'm not wondering what the people involved think or how they act. I'm wondering, do they give me
Neither
a good
am I
product?
until they come out and pop off when they don't
Yes.
really need to.
If I don't know the person and I watch a show and I just like the show, fine. But then when it comes out that the producers and directors are talking all kinds of fucking shit about whoever may be watching it, let's just say bald British guys. Oh, God, fucking bald British guys with beards watching my fucking show. Fuck them. Then I'm just kind of like, nah, all right, then fine. I'll become a bald British guy with a fucking beard who doesn't want to watch your show then.
Well, again, if you guys are into the feelings business,
This
that's
is
fine.
why
I'm not.
Marvel's fucking...
I'm into the give me good product business. And if your shitty personal politics bleed over into the product, I'm going to call you out every time. But you can believe whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. Just give me a good product. That's
Right, so
all
Dave
care
Filoni goes, fuck Jeremy, but you don't
So
care.
the force is female
Dude,
shouldn't
I
bother
get
you
my own
then.
fans to tell me to go fuck off to get my attention. I'm not that sensitive. I don't fucking care what people say. I don't need somebody to bullshit me like, hey, Jeremy, let me be customer service Dave Filoni. Fuck off. Just give me a good product. Give me a good product. Don't bring your bullshit identity politics into the product you're providing. I don't believe Dave Filoni is ever going to be somebody I'm going to be friends with or hang out with or anything. I think he is more than likely a bitch. I think he is more than likely a soy boy. I think he will go to a women's conference and pander so that he could probably get laid by pretending he gives a fuck about the women. All I care about is when I watched the Clone Wars, I loved it. That's all I care about. I'm not into the opinion game. I don't dictate what people think, say, or how they act. I don't fucking care. We are in a politically correct environment where everybody has to say and do the right thing. Fuck saying it right and doing the right thing.
Jeremy,
give me a good product.
Jeremy.
That's what I care.
Jeremy, we do care what people say once in a while. It's not every time. We're not hung up on it. We try to do. But dude, Brie Larson said some shit. We've all made videos on it. Okay, and people didn't watch her movie. I mean, like a lot of people didn't watch her movie who made videos on her, which is fine. I'm not judging. I don't care. But people gave a shit what she said. And
my
that
entire argument about Brie Larson and what she said is, can the same thing she said be said in reverse? That's my problem. I don't have a problem with what she said.
I have disposable income. I choose where I put my
How is that different with
income.
Filoni?
This isn't a feelings thing. This is, to me, a customer thing. So if I'm wanting to do business, at least I want the company to have some decent fucking common courtesy and respect for me. If it doesn't feel like they are, hence why I didn't go watch fucking Rise of Skywalker, hence why I never watched The Last Jedi after the first time I saw it, or purchased products for, let's say, collection basis, which I did prior to that, because of the way that they fucking spoke to us, the way that they treat us afterwards. I made a conscious decision about that. When it came to The Mandalorian, I wanted to something that was set after in a time period that was more akin to what I liked with Star Wars, the first original trilogy of the product. And I liked the fucking product. I liked The Mandalorian. I liked the show. I don't think you actually did. Was it you?
Mandalorian?
Didn't actually like it? Yeah.
I liked it. It was fine. It was good because of the low expectations we've had with Star Wars.
So I'm making a decision based off the product I get. I'm also concerned just about the way that I get treated by the people. I'm not asking them to kiss my ass. I'm not asking for fucking no, Jeremy, don't make up shit. Listen, you're making up shit. I'm not asking Filoni to come out, fucking give me a call at 3:00 in the morning, tell me he fucking loves me and that he wish he could give me a hug so I can sleep better. All I'm asking is for some common fucking courtesy. Don't come out and start fucking calling me shit for no fucking reason. Don't come out and start creating straw man arguments for no fucking reason.
What did he call you?
It doesn't help. So Dave Filoni could have easily diffused this, but while still still pandering to the women, he could have gone, well, some guys were complaining about a female lead in Star Wars, not making it sound like it was pretty much the entire fandom. And that's what he was insinuating right there. And you know what? He probably didn't think much of it. They usually don't, but that stuff does matter. And that is very consistent with our argument. If we were just about give me good product and I don't care what somebody says. Listen, they don't have to agree with me politically ever. I don't care. What Az is saying is common respect, which is, well, not really down with you being a whole Trump supporter thing, but like, hey, we could still talk about other things. We could still be Star Wars fans. That's all we've ever been asking for. Creating straw men in this situation and broadly generalizing, which is what they judge us for every single fucking day, is something they actually do. And he just did right there. And it was just a pander. I don't know if he believes it, and I don't really give a shit, but it doesn't help the situation considering how much this has been done in Star Wars. If this is the first time it ever happened, it doesn't piss anybody off.
Yeah, it's a compounding factor. This has been done with Jar Jar. It's been done with Kathleen Kennedy. Now we've got another to throw onto the fucking barbecue here. And I'm just, as a customer, I'm like sick of it. I can take my fucking money elsewhere. I can put it in another fucking franchise, another fucking thing which I enjoy just as much as I can put it here. So if he wants to fucking wear his cowboy hat, have his fucking Stetsons on, have his fucking Spurs, and do his yeehaw fucking lasso thing, that's great. But I don't have to have any part of it. I'm not asking it to kiss my ass. I'm just saying, you want to talk like that, you want to act like that, fine. I'll remove myself from the fan base. I'll remove myself from being a customer, and you can go find yourself another one to replace me financially. That's what I'm saying.
This opens up an incredibly slippery slope of an endless rabbit hole. Again, it's as cut and dry as this. You give me good product based on the stuff that I'm interested in. I don't really give a fuck what you do in your personal life, and I don't care what you believe in your political life. Just don't let that shit interject.
We're not arguing that. We're arguing customer service.
We're arguing when you open your fucking mouth. That's what we're arguing.
Yeah.
So
I don't care what they believe.
You're a Trump supporter, right?
Hang on. Yeah, of course
you're a Trump supporter. That's right. So you're a Trump supporter. I'm from the left. So you're from the right. I'm from the left. Do I judge you based off your politics? Do you judge me based off my politics?
Hold on. I'm not from the right.
No.
I'm a Trump supporter. I am nowhere near.
You're leaning centrist.
I supported Obama for 8 years. I'm not a Republican.
Right. Okay. Bad example then. What I'm trying to say is that you can have polar ideologies or polar ideas, but I'm not judging you based off that. I'm judging what he comes out of his mouth. That's what I'm judging. I'm judging the way that he speaks about me as a member of the fandom. That's what I'm judging. And I'm making a decision based off that, regardless of whether Jeremy is happy with the Clone Wars. I was happy with The Mandalorian, but I don't still want to be spoken to or portrayed like this, like the way that Kathleen Kennedy, Jar Jar, they've all been tarring us with the same fucking brush. So great. That's the way you want to play this game. Great. I'll step away. Fucking replace my money. Replace my money.
So do you think that he's being respectful to those women he's talking to in that room?
No, I think he's being a patronizing twat.
And that's exactly what you're asking him to be to you, because he doesn't believe the shit that you're asking him to say.
Well, we can't give him his head. We don't know that.
I'm not saying that he has to come out. I've said this before, Jeremy. I'm not saying that he has to fucking say anything to me. I'm just saying he has to shut his fucking mouth and just be respectful. I don't want to be condescended to. I don't want to be fucking patronized.
Yes.
So basically what you're trying to say is that he needs to shut his mouth if he wants your money, and if he's going to keep on doing stuff like this, then he's not getting your money. It's not meaning that you cannot use, if you're someone else, your money to buy the product if you want to. That's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
Well, sorry to mansplain, but
that's so beard-splaining. No,
but, I don't care what these people say, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. I don't care what they fucking say, as long as they give me a good product. Kathleen Kennedy,
because I think too many fandoms at the moment are being destroyed by fucking
dude. Mark Wade again. Mark Wade has been assaulting the fandom for years, and I looked away from it for years because I liked his comic books. He's one of the best comic book writers of the last 20 years. I cannot look inside one of his comic books anymore. He writes one of my favorite all-time series, Daredevil. I can never crack one of those open again because of what he said, how he treated people. And his product is great. He has written some classic fucking comics, and there is an entire swath of fandom out there who will never read anything from that guy, who loved him before and loved his art because he couldn't shut the fuck up. And he can have those beliefs. He can absolutely have them. Nobody's canceling him. He can work at Marvel. He can work at DC. I don't give a shit. I'm just not going to buy his stuff. That's the difference. SJWs would want to destroy his life, cancel him from life, where he couldn't even get welfare. We just will walk away.
Yeah, I'll just walk in away. Just taking my money, walking away.
Because it does matter. Because you know what he says, what Mark says, affects other people too. When you work for you give up freedom when you work for a giant corporation. Jeremy has a freedom of sort because he's a business owner. I have a freedom that Dave Filoni does not have, that Mark Waid did not have. You give some of that up when you work for a giant corporation because you do their bidding, especially when you're putting their name on your Twitter. You have your uniform on. Now, corporations have kind of dialed back on clamping down on people, and it's cost them billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Okay, if you don't care what people say, I mean, Rian Johnson didn't make a good product, but it doesn't matter because you don't care what people say. He just made a shitty movie. But we did care what he said to the fans. That's why the Fandom Menace is here. It's what he said to the fans. It was a shitty movie and what he said to the fans. If it was just a shitty movie and he came out and said, sorry, there would be no Fandom Menace.
But what if that would have been a great movie and he said the same stuff?
I'm
talking from when I saw the the Force Awakens, I saw it twice at the cinema. I saw it once regularly. I saw it once in 3D. I bought the Blu-ray. I purchased probably 300 to 400, maybe £500 worth of the Force Awakens product. Right? Then we had the Rises. No, we didn't. We had the Last Jedi. I saw it at the cinema once. I bought 2 Rose Tico toys to rip the heads off on a stream. And that was it. I haven't even fucking seen The Rise of Skywalker. This has been a devolution in my financial investment in this fucking company because of them opening their mouths and treating us with such disrespect constantly. And it doesn't have to be a major thing. He doesn't have to come out and go, hey, fuck you, boy. This is a culmination. This is a culmination of Kathleen Kennedy. This is a culmination of Jar Jar. This is a culmination of Rian Johnson. This is a culmination of all of these people having this fucking narrative. And I gave them another crack with The Mandalorian. I watched The Mandalorian season 1 because, hey, it's not being run by these people. It's been run by different people. Okay, I'll give it a go. It's set in a period of Star Wars that I really like. I enjoyed it. And then you get this and it's just like, okay, so you're just the same as the others. That's fine. That's fine. I gave you a go. I'll walk away. Thank you. I'm not trying to cancel him. I'm not fucking going out saying, get him fired, pull down his life, destroy him. I'm saying I'm taking my money elsewhere.
So you're saying he gave you a product you enjoyed, but because he said something 4 years ago you don't like, you're walking away?
No, I'm saying he's part of the problem at Disney Star Wars. That's what I'm saying. And until this whole problem is resolved, until they understand that to actually retain customers, you've got to treat them with fucking respect, I'll step away until they get a mindset changed. Yeah,
but you did enjoy The Mandalorian. Yeah. But because of comments he made 4 years ago, you're mad at him.
No, Jeremy, I just told you why. Don't go back to the same argument. When you go in a circle, it means you have no argument.
What are you talking about?
I just told you.
For clarification.
You asked and I answered, and then you said the same thing again.
I'm trying to make sure I understand it because you're telling me you get upset when I say you're using SJW tactics, but that's an SJW tactic.
No, it's not. It's not because I'm not trying to fucking end him. I am making a conscious decision to step away from the fandom and take my money away. I won't watch anymore. I won't pay for it anymore. I won't pay for the product anymore until there is a mindset change where they treat people with just common courtesy. I'm not asking for my ass kiss. I'm not asking for my ass wiped. I'm not asking for hugs. I'm just asking for a decent bit of common fucking courtesy. I'm asking that you don't have to deride a vast proportion of your fan base to elevate another one. That shows complete lack of character and weakness of character. And there's a lot of weak characters under this fucking banner.
Jeremy, if they started calling you a Nazi and you liked The Rise of Skywalker, do you care? I mean, if Kathleen Kennedy and everybody starts calling you a Nazi, if we're doing strawman here, but you like The Rise of Skywalker,
called me one.
Okay.
I mean,
if the movie was good, would you still buy the movie and stuff, or would it affect you?
Yes, if I enjoyed the movie. If Christopher Nolan comes out tomorrow and calls me Nazi, I'm not going to not
Don't think, just consume. Don't think, just consume.
Wait a minute. That has nothing to do with the product itself.
I'm making a decision. I'm
not
switching off and consuming. I'm making a decision not to consume.
It's an individual decision.
Yeah,
people
and it's based on a case-by-case basis. And that's
I'm not telling anyone else. I'm not saying, hey, everyone, pull out. Well, we kind of do with our YouTube videos, but you know what I mean.
People
I'm
get
just
upset
making my own personal decision based. Okay, I'll put it away.
you're making a decision based on a personal opinion and not the product that was given to you.
I'm
And that is
making my decision based off the treatment by Disney as a whole to Star Wars fans, and after giving them a second chance after all the Last Jedi bollocks and Rise of Skywalker bollocks and all of that, it just shows that the person involved in the I can take or leave The Mandalorian. I liked it, but it's not going to affect my life if I stop watching it. I can do other fucking shit. There's plenty of other shit to fucking take my time up with, so I'll choose to invest it elsewhere.
So what? Okay, so I've back before The Last Jedi came out, I used to bitch about Star Wars fans all fucking day long over the prequel argument. I used to call Star Wars fans all kind of fucking names because I was getting tired of the prequel haters. Or am I going to be
your decision to make, though?
Yeah,
me because 4 years ago I had an opinion.
That's your decision to make. My decision is I'm taking my money and moving it elsewhere.
Again, this is nonsense. This is nonsense.
You can think that, but I personally believe companies treating people with common courtesy is not nonsense.
Think privately.
Jeremy, you're a fan of the MCU, right?
Yes.
Did you see Captain Marvel? Did you see Captain Marvel?
No, I did not see Captain Marvel.
Why?
Because I didn't think it looked like shit, first of all, and I hated Brie Larson, and I intentionally trolled them.
Why did you hate Brie Larson?
Because of all the shit she was saying that was blatantly racist. And I said, I have no problem with what she said as long as I can say the opposite. But because
what did you do? You took your money and you held on to it.
Yeah.
That's all he said.
But I went to see Endgame.
But again, it's an individual choice that he's making on this specific case.
But I cared about the MCU prior to this whole thing, so I had a vested interest in that.
I cared about Star Wars.
But you've never had anything. I've never heard you say a word about Dave Filoni. Not once.
But again,
have I ever heard.
Like Star Wars,
it's not about Dave Filoni as a person, Jeremy.
Right. And now I hear all this outrage.
It's about a culmination of things, and this is Dave Filoni being part of the problem for me.
The problem is that you haven't seen the product he's provided yet. You're claiming that
I've seen The Mandalorian again
and there was nothing in The Mandalorian to support anything that you're canceling Filoni for.
No, his words are why I'm choosing not to cancel him, to step away.
Personally, you're canceling him.
No.
Yeah.
You never cancel.
Wait, hold on.
Personally,
you're that side of it. How am I canceling him, Jeremy?
I said personally, like you personally are taking you are taking some context comments from him 4 years ago and saying, after everything we've been through, Filoni's comments 4 years ago is the straw that breaks the camel's back, and I am walking away as a fan.
Brilliant! I'm so glad you said that. The straw that broke the camel's back. That's all it fucking takes.
Everything else.
That's all it takes, Jeremy.
Right. So he has the power.
Do you know why it's called that? Because it means the donkeys, the camel, it means their back has been hit and hit and hit and hit and hit. And this is what the fucking Star Wars fandom has been fucking doing to people like us for years now. So it just takes the fucking straw to break the donkey's back. It just takes some dumb fucking cowboy hat wearing tosspot to say something which goes, fuck you then. Fuck you.
But if you care about Star Wars so much, why have you not watched Clone Wars?
I don't have to watch everything.
I'm just asking if you're so worried about Dave Filoni and his impact in the Star Wars universe to the point where you're so upset. Why have you never?
He's got more power now than he had before.
Either you're purposely trying to misconstrue what I'm saying, or you're not getting it. I am basing this off his words in this conference. After Jeremy, just listen, hear me out. After years and years of fucking Kathleen, after fucking Rihanna, after fucking JJ, after Nazis, after mail this, after mail that, it just takes the straw to break the donkey's back. It just takes the straw to go, okay, if that's your attitude, if that's what you actually feel when you come out into a public situation to give your thoughts, that's fine. I'll step away. I'll take my money somewhere else. I'll make a decision like you made when you decided not to see Captain Marvel. Just like I made a decision not to see Captain Marvel. Just like I made a decision not to see Black Panther. Was it because I'm racist? No, it's because I just wasn't interested. Just like I made a decision not to see Doctor Strange. Why? Because I'm magicist? No, because I just wasn't interested. Just like I didn't see Ant-Man. Why?
Part two.
Because I just
don't like
it.
that.
My point is that we always see people get outraged over things that they have no interest in, and I have never once heard you have anything to say about Dave Filoni until the day you can be outraged about it.
But he said stuff about Star Wars.
I'm making this a Star Wars thing. It's a Star Wars thing, Jeremy.
Literally, what started this argument was you joined the call and said, "Fuck Dave Filoni."
Yeah, that's fuck it. Because, yeah. It's like, what was I meant to do? Was I meant to go, fuck that Star Wars man? Sorry for giving him the fucking title that his fucking parents gave him as a child, so that we can actually establish the person that I was referring to.
Right, we're going in circles now. I like to have
arguments with people that actually care about these things and not completely me
Well,
outraged.
okay, I mean, listen, you like Ahsoka, you like Clone Wars, so you're defending your Clone Wars, okay? And that's part of this too. I think it's nothing, but I mean, it's fine if you like it. Filoni. Isn't that great? He's not the devil, but he certainly is part of this. He contributed, and he felt very comfortable saying that stuff. And it was 4 years ago, but it's so fucking much of it. And again, if it's by itself, it doesn't matter. But you can't make the argument it's just about the product and it's not about what people say. That the Phantom Menace would not exist if it was for that. If it was just about,
if The Last Jedi would have been a great film and the sequel
there'd be no Phantom Menace. There'd be no Phantom Menace.
Exactly. So this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with the Hollywood people are pieces of shit.
No. It has everything to do because it was just a bad movie. It was just a bad. It wasn't filled with identity politics. It was just a shitty movie. And Rian Johnson comes out and goes, "I did my best, guys. Sorry." There's no Phantom Menace.
It was how they handled it. Though.
There's a few little EU Ryan dudes and Lethal Lightning fighting about it, but no normies.
Yeah, they didn't come out and go, "Hey,
No, by the way, I love Lethal Lightning and my boy Ryan.
Oh yeah, they give me hell about Dave Filoni all day long, but they know Dave Filoni. They know the Clone Wars.
Jeremy. Please, for the love of God, I got to say this one more time, and please get it to your fucking thick skull. This is not about Dave Filoni as a personal entity.
Okay, so it's for you, and you're getting emotional about this. So
I am not. Right. I'm simply saying, if you are so upset about this, then you need to have the full picture before you can go on this outrage thing.
No. Do you know what I have to have? I have to have Dave Filoni open his mouth. That's what I have to have. And that's what I've acted on because I've watched The Mandalorian. I've seen his stuff. I enjoyed The Mandalorian. I read Kingdom Come. I love Kingdom Come. It's my favorite miniseries of all time.
All I'm saying
I know Mark Waid, and I know what he's like because Mark Waid opened his mouth.
Be careful going down the
feelings road. That's what stopped everything. That's what changed everything.
Dude, we're not talking about.
It's like Jar Jar, just like Rihanna, and we're going in circles now.
Anytime you watch a movie, I'm going to ask you now: have you heard from the director to make sure that he has the right thoughts before you can fully enjoy the movie?
You'd be petty and childish, Jeremy.
That's what I do. But it's the truth because you haven't watched the product yet. You're making a blanket statement about his.
No, you can't say that.
Excuse me, Mandalorian for the 68th fucking time.
Okay, first of all, Mandalorian is not a Dave Filoni product. It is
How did you like Star Wars Rebels? How did you like Star Wars Rebels, Jeremy?
Do what now?
How did you like Rebels?
How did I like it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was okay. It has some incredible moments, but the entirety of it's not great. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, so Filoni's work is okay. It's not great. It's fine.
You just picked. So you're just gonna.
No, this is what you've been doing to me, Jeremy. I'm doing exactly what you've just been doing to me.
What?
You've been going, judge him by his work. I have just judged him by his work according to your own words.
But I know all of his work. You don't.
No, that
doesn't matter. It doesn't. That doesn't matter at all.
Okay. Before this went live,
as is talking about Star Wars, you're shifting the goalposts, Jeremy. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, Filoni to the Rise of Skywalker before the call went live. He said that was a Filoni product.
What? No, I said that there was.
You telling me you didn't say that?
No. I said that there was that round table thing. What they did, where they had that transcript, where Dave Filoni said that he wanted Leia to be the. He was always pushing for Leia to be the major
that was
twin or whatever it was, which was pushing him into Karen Kennedy's court.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. This all came out to me after I've seen The Mandalorian.
Okay.
So I have said, I've said before, you know, I have said here on Friday Night Tights, hey, be careful of, it might be Friday Night Tights, maybe it's one of our podcasts, I don't know. But I've said before, you got to be, you know, be a bit wary of Filoni. And then this comes out. And so I'm like, okay, fine. I'm making my own personal decision. This doesn't affect you. It's not going to affect Dave Filoni getting work.
This is the equivalent of people getting on Twitter.
Stop watching your stuff, Dave. I'm afraid you got to go now.
This is the equivalent of people get on Twitter praising Rostico, yet never supporting anything Rostico. I love Rostico.
No.
Well, do you have any of her figures? Have you ever bought any of her things? Have you? Why are there shelves? Oh no, I don't have anything from her, but I love her so much.
But he did. He did watch Mandalorian.
Gary. How many times? We've said I've said it 4 times since we've been on air, and probably another 3 times before we went on air. And yet you're choosing constantly to ignore the fact that I watched The Mandalorian. And then
you liked it. But you liked it.
Oh my God, is this guy not getting it?
No, I do get it. The point is you want him to say what you want him to say privately and publicly, no matter how.
Jeremy, no, you keep Jeremy, you keep putting
God.
stuff in words into his mouth.
I'm asking. No. So why are we?
Jeremy, we can all back away. You're not going to win this one. I mean, there's no winning here. Okay, so Az made an individual decision, and he doesn't. Nobody's asking anybody to kiss anybody's ass. They don't have to change their politics. They do have to treat the customer with respect. This is
giving a good product.
The fandom. No. There's a certain amount of respect that comes with it too. Certainly,
Hollywood did not give us a good product. That's been the only standard.
No, Jeremy, the fundamental principle of the Fandom Menace is a fandom and a bunch of individuals united in respecting the fan.
We want a good product.
The fan.
We want a good product. That's what the Fandom Menace has always been about. A good product.
A good product.
It's about respect.
It's about respecting the fan. I don't expect a good product every time out of Hollywood. I've been watching Hollywood for far too long.
You guys think Hollywood gives a fuck about you personally?
No.
Oh my God.
No, you're projecting something on us that.
What are you looking for from these people outside of a good product?
What am I looking for? A good product and respect, which could be silent. No, Jeremy. Respect can be silence. That's it. Respect can be silence. It can be just not.
Wait a minute. Are you going the silence is consent argument now?
What the fuck are you talking about, Jeremy? I'm going to mute his microphone. Jeremy's going like wrestling manager on me and like making shit up. No, respect. Do you know what you just said, Jeremy? Do you even know what you just said?
I absolutely know what I said.
No, you don't.
I've got a great idea.
I hope you don't know what you just said, Jeremy.
I know exactly
everyone just be quiet for a second. Odin, you're a wanker.
Hey.
I made a conscious decision to call him that. If I said nothing, it would have been fine.
The point is that he's not offended.
Because he knows I'm not saying it in the man. He knows that I don't think he's a wanker because we know each other. He knows I'm doing an example.
I never lived on the West Bank in my life. You can't say I lived on the West Bank. Call me a wanker.
To sew this up, you guys are worried about your feelings.
The guy shaved his head in homage to me.
I'm worried about I care about the fans. As long as I sell my customers a good product. Hey, fucker, fuck off. Here's the fucking comic book. Go suck a fucking dick. Bullshit. Yes. No, that's not how you do fucking business, Jeremy. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, right now you don't know what you're talking about. You worked at a grocery store, dude. I owned a business. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. You treat people with respect. It's called customer fucking service. You don't treat people like shit. And it can be just a basic hello. You don't have to get in a conversation and go, hey, what did you vote for? And who do you fuck? I don't give a shit about that. But you just go, hello, have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed my product. And if you didn't enjoy the product, that sucks. You could say my shit sucks. And somebody who is confident, who is an actual developed human being could go, I'm sorry you feel that way. I will do better next time. And just walk away.
Yes.
Because it is about feelings. It's fucking art. We're talking about art here, dude. We're not talking about banking or sports. We're talking about fucking art.
I don't care what people in Hollywood think.
If you don't care what people think, then, dude, delete all of your Brie Larson videos right now, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Just consume.
Stop it.
Just consume.
What are you talking about? I literally said she can say whatever she wants. I don't get offended.
You can't have an opinion now. You can't. You can't, because your opinion is it doesn't matter what they say. So if it doesn't matter what they say, get rid of all your videos, just get your wallet out and just fucking buy.
If it doesn't matter, then like, what are we talking about here?
Right now.
If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Fuck it.
So you're fine with you're absolutely fine with what I said. Great stuff, Jeremy. Glad we saw that.
I don't need my feelings massaged by Hollywood. I just think it's good product.
No.
Top Gun is a movie, guys. And
It's got a sequel coming out.
Yeah. I'm
got
excited.
a Scientologist in it, and I
I
still watch it, and I still watch it because
and you know what? If you told me,
Tom doesn't go out and
told
disrespect people.
Barry, if you told me you did not want to see this because of his religion, I would say, okay, that's your choice, that's your money, that's fine.
Yeah.
And you think that's an okay tactic to go somebody's
It's
beliefs
his money.
It's money. Again, that's acceptable.
Well, the only time I like, as far as Star Wars, I dipped out on the fandom after the constant poor treatment of the fandom. If it's and I've said it, and this is a consistent argument for me from the time I started this channel. If you make a shitty movie, it's one thing to make a shitty movie, dude. People make shitty movies all the time. You know what? But that was my TARDIS.
Oh, well, I dropped something on the floor, and I fallen, and I can't get up.
That's what I dropped. It was my prop for my video I was working on today. So, because, I talk about shit I watch. Yeah. And so it's always been the treatment of the fandom. You can make a shitty movie. I don't give a crap. When you fill it full of identity politics, I call it out. And if Disney's response was, I'm sorry you feel that way. Hopefully we can do better next time. We still want you to be our customer and we appreciate your patronage. I know we'll never get it, but if I heard that, which is not kissing my ass, it's just like, it's being a normal businessman. Fine. I walk away. I don't talk about Star Wars ever again. The reason I walked away from the fandom was the treatment of Luke Skywalker, the treatment of the fandom. That's it. That's it.
The on-screen treatment of Luke Skywalker.
The on-screen treatment of Luke Skywalker, and then the treatment of the fandom that actually does matter to me.
Luke Skywalker's not real. You can't have an off-screen Luke Skywalker treatment.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
You can. They just treated him like shit off-screen.
No, that's how that becomes Mark Hamill. There's two different.
Jeremy's just arguing circularly. It's all right. No, I'm very good at yeah.
You got to.
I've been married a long time. I can handle that shit.
In the day, I hope all of your favorite movies, I hope all of everybody's opinions line up with yours so you can.
Jeremy, you just opened up a can of worms because every time you complain about somebody saying something now, people are going to come back in your comment section and go, I thought it doesn't matter with what they say. I'm just saying, you're opening this up, dude, not me.
You deleted the video.
You deleted the video, Jeremy.
And I watched the next Terminator.
You said you don't care what people say.
Come out and go, hey,
you said you don't care what people say.
Have you guys ever watched my videos? I've said it 100,000 times. I don't care what people think or say as long as
I don't either until they start attacking fans. As far as personal beliefs and shit, they can have all their stupid personal beliefs, but again, good customer service sometimes is just the shortest conversation possible and just being kind, being respectful. That's all. And not even kind, just being hello, goodbye.
You want people to bullshit you.
Let's just say The Last of Us Part 2 came out. We had none of the business with all the copyright.
Hollywood is bullshit, Jeremy. What do you think? You think this shit is real? Jesus Christ.
I don't need it. Is. I have had this argument on live streams 1,000 times where I said, I am not the customer service YouTuber. If you want a customer service YouTuber, go find someone else. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I don't do customer service. I did customer service a long fucking time. And customer service is bullshit. All right, these people don't actually. The guy at Walmart doesn't care how your day.
Customer service is not bullshit, Jeremy.
It's not bullshit.
People in customer service don't care about the customers. They are paid.
Right, you open a business tomorrow, and when a customer calls you, tell them to fuck off. All right, fuck nugget. How you doing? Oh, excuse me, sir. Why are you talking to me like this? It doesn't. Customer service doesn't matter. Customer service doesn't matter. So what do you care, fuck nugget? Give me your fucking money.
So
Jeremy, if that person decided not to come back to your store.
Are they? Is it because their fucking feelings got hurt, or because they just thought, "Oh, this guy's a wanker who's being a wanker to me"?
Yeah,
I'll take my business.
It's a good product. So you're gonna get punked. I mean, like seriously, if somebody comes up to you and gives you the best movie in the world and just says, "Yeah, you're a bitch, Jeremy," you're gonna I'll still buy it. Yeah, it's a great movie.
I love when people call me names. My best friends call me names. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm not name calling you.
Brie Larson can say something's not made for white men. I just want the standard to be that you can say that for any other gender and race. I don't care what people say. I just
no. You can say this isn't for white men, but then you can't complain when white men don't come and watch your fucking film.
Oh,
so there's a standard. There is a standard when you make a statement like that. This film is for black people. Fine. Don't complain if white people don't go see it. Don't come online and go, hey, fucking hell, where were you, white boys? Why were you, white women? And you said it wasn't. So there becomes a standard.
Yes, right. Customer service is a real thing.
Customer service is a standard.
It's a standard, and it's a thing, and it's absolutely important. And I've been arguing that Hollywood is in it. If they don't want to be in the customer service business, get the fuck off Twitter.
Get the fuck out. Then
get the fuck out. That's it. And then you're not in it. But now you're in it. Whether they like it or not, they are in it. And when they are attacking fans, guess what? A lot of people are going to take it personal. They're not going to like cry about it overnight. They're just going to like, okay, fuck this. I don't want to deal with this.
And in my opinion, the customer service is to provide a good product, and Dave Filoni has consistently provided a good product.
That is not customer service. Making a good product is making a good product. Customer service is relations. Okay, and it is part of it. Absolutely. Why do you think they have PR firms, dude? Why do you think they have marketing?
Also,
they want to know what people think.
You said that Mandalorian's okay, and you said that Rebels is okay. It just seems like it's the Clone Wars that you actually truly like.
Jeremy's just arguing to argue now.
The Clone Wars is fantastic.
So let's talk about.
Okay, okay, that's one thing that you like. Great, that's you.
Yeah, and the Clone Wars is okay. It's okay.
That's you exercising your right as a consumer. I'm exercising mine.
Mm-hmm. And all I was saying was,
I'm glad you understand.
And my argument was, if you're so interested in Filoni and his opinion, why haven't you?
We're back here again. We're back.
Well, I know that because you
first
brought
time
it
for
up.
everything. There's a first time for everything. I mean,
Gary, why do you love the Lord of the Rings? Because Peter Jackson was nice to you?
Oh my God!
Because he didn't go off.
It has nothing to do with that.
It has
no. I love it because it's a good movie and. He treated it with respect, but no, that's not why I love it. I love it because it's a good movie.
But if he would have not treated, if he would have said something shitty about fans, would it have impacted your opinion of the greatness of the Lord of the Rings?
Probably not.
That's my entire point.
Jeremy,
no, it's not.
No, it's not. You tell me one fucking point that I put down The Mandalorian. I haven't. Every time you've asked me what I thought of The Mandalorian, I said it's good.
You're arguing about two different things, Jeremy.
The whole fucking thing is about him opening his fucking mouth, Jeremy. Which part
4 years
are you
ago.
understanding?
4 years ago.
It's about a treatment of the fucking fandom. And every fucking time Dave Filoni. It's about the whole fucking lot.
All right. In the beginning.
He made those comments 4 years ago. And guess what? Those comments that you never knew existed had no impact on your enjoyment of The Mandalorian.
So the fandom
the transcript about the Rise of Skywalker came out about approximately a year ago, let's just say, for argument's sake. Fair?
Fair? Yeah.
Okay, so approximately a year or so ago. Right, which shows that he hasn't changed his attitude in those 3 years. So why has he made a concerted effort to change him in that next year? It doesn't make sense. But also, this is, as I said, a compounding of the treatment of the fan base. If you don't have respect for the fan base, why should the fan base have respect for you?
And my argument is giving a good product is
give them my money. I'm exercising my right to go elsewhere.
And Jeremy, you can make your decision. You are not the customer service. I am, but a reasonable common sense, not black and white. Which is very much an SJW argument, by the way, to see everything black and white and to inject things into people's heads or words into people's mouth that they didn't say.
See things black and white?
They absolutely do. They just change the goalposts. You're either done or you're not. So I just take a pragmatic approach and I try to be as real as possible, but I try to respect everybody in that chat. And I try to respect anybody who super chats and everybody who comes to my videos. They don't agree with me all the time, and then nobody has to. Nobody has to. Agreement is not part of customer service. Respect is, and it's just simple thing. We're not asking again for anybody to kiss our ass, change their political feelings, or do anything. Just it's a simple thing, but to come at it with kindness and empathy. What Dave Filoni clearly has a resentment towards the fandom. And again, if that is by itself without anything else going on, who gives a shit? I don't really care. The Force Awakens, you liked it. I thought it sucked. I thought it absolutely sucked. But, I walked away from it going, it sucked. Who cares? And it was The Last Jedi sucked. It gave me a headache. I hated what it did to Luke, but it was what built this whole freaking hashtag. What was it over time? Was it how bad the movie was? The movie was still bad on December 18th when it came out. And nothing changed from that. So what changed from the time The Last Jedi came out to about February, March, April of that year when this thing started rising? What changed? People doing videos. They weren't talking about the fucking movie over and over again, were they? No, they were talking about Man Baby. Ryan Man Baby. Did you make a video on that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's what he said. It shouldn't matter if it's a bad movie or a good movie.
It begins and ends with the product.
No, not necessarily. If the bad, it has nothing to do with the product at all.
Jeremy, if it began and ended with the product, Jeremy, please, just give me this sentence. If it began and ended with the product, why has Star Wars lost half of its money between the 3 films?
Because
over half of the money.
Product has
Let me
terrible.
correct. It's the product in combination with what he said.
But without the bad product, nothing.
But according to them, the product's great.
So you're telling me every good product out there has
no? We're talking about Jeremy. We're talking about Star Wars. We're not talking about Lord of the Rings or anything. We're talking about Star Wars. Is Star Wars a good product right now?
No.
Overall.
No, it's terrible.
Okay, it's terrible. Why?
Because this had identity politics interjected in it.
It did. It also takes talent. I mean, you can have identity politics, and if a talented person writes it, you're gonna eat it up.
It's got bad
what do you think? What do you think the fucking Joker was? Think the Joker's a right-wing film? It's not. It is hell. It is so not a right-wing film at all. It's a very progressive film if you look at it, but it's a good film.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also it got stoked up by the access media telling us not to see it, and it got us fired up. And you know what? I like the Joker for what it is. And a film in isolation. It has politics that I do not agree with. It actually has a resist sign in there. It's fucking there. So no, it's not all. The product can be good, and also they treated the people with respect. That's it. They just wanted the people. All you really should do, especially when you're working. If it was Rian Johnson's Star Wars, if he owned it up and down, then I really wouldn't have anything in this argument, because it's his movie to go fuck off. But he was just coming through. He was taking our shared mythology that we built up over fucking time. We're the reason that shit is here, along with George Lucas, but we're the reason. We bought it for decades. I've been buying that shit since I was fucking 7 years old. That's 4 fucking decades now. 4 fucking decades.
Right, because the movies were good. Nothing to do with...
Not all the movies were good. 2.5. Jedi's okay. It's half a good movie. It's half a good movie.
The point is it begins and ends with a good product. That's my argument.
No, that's such a ridiculous argument.
You're not going to watch a movie and go, I hate that movie. What was it? Fucking Jurassic.
Okay, no, Jeremy. What are we talking about? We're talking about fandom. We're talking about the treatment of fandom and the overall product of Star Wars. You keep going on these other places. We're talking about.
Listen to what I'm saying. The second Jurassic World, Colin Trevorrow was incredibly respectful to fans.
Jeremy, we're talking about the treatment
about Star Wars.
We're not talking about the fucking films. I've said that I enjoyed The Mandalorian, but I'm stepping away from Star Wars because of Dave Filoni's big fucking mouth. I think you're arguing for the sake of arguing.
No,
that's
we're talking about specifically.
I'm bringing a point up that it begins and ends with a good product, and that's all this is about.
Okay,
great. I disagree. We can move on. Right.
Yeah, we can just move on from that, because I wouldn't see that as a consistent argument.
My point was
not a consistent argument.
Fallen Kingdom more because Colin Trevorrow was nice to you. Because he was great. He was fantastic to the fans. It's still a shitty movie.
People went and saw Sonic because somebody was just nice to the fans, and it was what he said. It was what he said.
Yes. That's
movie.
a perfect example. Because he received some criticism, and he said, "Oh, okay, this is not how you like the Sonic."
You made a video on that, Jeremy. I didn't. You made a video on that.
Translates to the on-screen product.
No, it doesn't. There was no on-screen product to talk about when he made those sentiments.
Whoa.
They are connected, dude. They are connected. They are not separate. They are not separate. Sonic Hedgehog. When Sonic the Hedgehog came out, he put out a product. People said it looked like shit, and you know what he did? He could have said "fuck you." He could have said nothing. You know, he responded in a professional manner, and then he delivered a good on-screen product. But you know what people were saying? A lot of people were saying, like, "I'm going to go see this movie no matter what," just because of what that guy said. Compared to what we've been through, compounded. It's a compounded fucking problem, Jeremy. It's a complex problem with Jeremy, nuance. We're talking about nuance here.
Hey,
you're missing it completely.
Gary, speaking of customer service, there's a lot of people in the chat that would really like us to move on from this topic. And I think in the spirit of respecting the fan...
Odin, I'll make that decision. Thank you.
Just letting you know. Just sending the message.
Odin.
Just sending the message.
Odin, I can see the chat.
Okay.
I have eyes. Thank you. Okay. If you want to run the show, you can come up here and run the show, buddy.
I wasn't going to see
Why am I the bad guy? Why am I the bad guy now?
Why am I the bad guy?
To see Sonic. I went to see Sonic because of the treatment from the director, because he treated the people with respect. So I said, right, because he's treated us with respect, I'm actually going to give him my money now, and I'm going to go see the film, which is what I did. And thankfully for us, I thought it was actually a good, fun film.
I agree. So did Dave Filoni when he made
Clone Wars. That was a customer service decision.
And so did Dave Filoni when he said,
"Oh my God,
those comments,
somebody likes Dave Filoni."
No, I mean, not one time
somebody
likes
Dave Filoni.
Wait a minute.
I don't give a shit.
All right,
I honestly,
Jeremy,
Star Wars is in my rearview mirror. I don't give a fuck about it.
Roger Fish. He's called Roger Fish.
Nobody.
This isn't about a personal attack on Filoni. It's about a compound.
Yeah, it's not a personal attack on your Ahsoka or Filoni.
You're going around in circles. You're dragging us around in circles. And when you're going around in a circle 3 times, it means you've got no fucking argument.
Okay, do you realize that the fans...
That's a fucking sales thing. You should know that if you've been in sales and customer service.
Do you know... Are you familiar with the Clone Wars saved as?
No, I'm familiar with The Mandalorian, which I watched.
Again, are you familiar with the Clone Wars saved? No, Gary or Az, are you?
No.
Wow, a fan movement that was on the level of the release the Snyder Cut, yet neither one of you have brought it up as a win for fans.
Why? It's got nothing to do with the argument. That's
Dave Filoni listening to
this argument is about my personal take on Dave Filoni's words and the compound and the constant battering by the whole of the Star Wars decision makers towards the fucking Star Wars fan base, so that I'm making a personal decision to remove my money from the fandom. They've got nothing to fucking do with it. Dave Filoni's fucking maid's got nothing to do with it. Your fucking hat's got nothing to fucking do with it. And these 2 twats on the screen have got nothing to do with it.
Well,
this is about my decision based off what Filoni's fucking big mouth said. This is my decision based off what Kathleen Kennedy's big fucking mouth said. What Rian Johnson's big fucking mouth said. What Jar Jar's big fucking mouth said. A combination of all of these that became the straw that broke the donkey's back. So fuck Filoni, fuck Karen Kennedy, fuck Jar Jar, fuck fucking Rian Johnson, fuck Star Wars, fuck it all. I'll take my cash elsewhere. That's my decision. Thank you.
And I will end it on this. I'm glad you guys credited Dave Filoni for the Clone Wars saved and being there for the fans, since you're so incredibly concerned about fans and customer service. Oh, wait, you never mentioned that. Interesting, but you
can't mention something I've never heard of because I'm not into the fuck. I'm not into the Clone Wars, dude. I'm not into a cartoon. I'm a 50-year-old man. I'm not into a cartoon. Sorry.
Care about Filoni and his product, yet you're upset on his words.
So Filoni's product is not just the Clone Wars, dude. And again, nuance. Look it up, Jeremy. Look it up. Look it up because you're missing it.
While you're at it, look at the fucking Mandalorian because it doesn't look like you know what the fuck it is.
No, I mean, it's not
a about 15 fucking times,
all right,
dude.
We're going to talk about The Last of Us Part 2 since it was such a big deal.
Put my fucking clown makeup on now.
Well, you do. Get ready. I'm going to read some super chats while we separate from that subject. That's how we do it, though, folks. This is how men work shit out.
An echo chamber.
I know, right? we're such an echo chamber. Jason Gallagher is a member at the proto-molecule level. Hail, Jason.
I still
Gallagher.
love you.
Fuck you, Az. So.
Filoni betrayed us all, says Tin Scorpion.
Sorry, Jeremy,
for $2.
I was being courteous, but I didn't mean it.
No. Hey, look, this is how men do it. We argue, we fight, and then we move on. So deal with it, soy boys. And then Odin's over there praying. I love how
no, dude. I've been on Twitter for the last 15 minutes canceling you.
I love how me and Az were the ones that were fighting, and then Odin got yelled at by Gary.
That's right.
The best.
I know. And the chat was like, "Why did you get yelled at?"
Because you know,
Gary is
I kind of know what I'm
pizza.
doing.
Look good.
I kind of know what I'm doing. I just want to say just a
I
little
never
bit.
said
I
you
know I
didn't.
look clueless, but I
I never
just a
said
little
you
bit.
didn't.
I'm not saying completely, but yeah.